Okay, good. So we're going to do page 36, the justice system. And then Bashar, could you read the top part there?
What's this word?
Justice.
Justice.
Yeah.
Okay, the justice system. Okay, let's see. The Canadian justice system guarantees everyone due process under the law. Our
Judicial.
Judicial
Yeah.
system is founded on the presumption of
Very close. Yeah. Presumption.
yeah
Presumption.
presumption.
Yeah.
Okay, presumption of in shock,
Innocence.
innocence, in criminal matters, uh, manage everyone is in innocent.
That's right.
Innocent. Unit unitil. Okay. Province. Province. Guilty.
Yeah, good. Guilty. So I'll just read this again, and then I'll get you.
Yeah.
I'll get you to read the next one, and then we'll do it.
Yeah.
This says the Canadian justice system guarantees everyone due process under the law. Our judicial system is founded on the presumption of innocence in criminal matters, meaning everyone is innocent until proven guilty. So let's look at these two words, innocent and guilty. So innocent means you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. And guilty means you did something wrong. That's what it is. So guilty is you broke a law maybe, but innocent means you didn't break any laws. So in Canada, the way we look at our laws is we think presumption. Presumption means to presume. That means to think that everyone is innocent, but everyone is innocent first, but they have to prove that they're guilty. So they have to show that they're guilty. And that's what it means. That's what presumption of innocence means. And due process, this says due process. That means if you if the police or the government say you broke a law, you did something wrong, they have to prove it. They have to show that you did. They can't just say you did and then everybody agrees. They have to show that you did. That's what due process means.
Okay.
So, yeah, so that's the way our system works. Yeah, everyone is innocent. So we think everyone didn't do anything wrong until we have to show that they did things wrong. Once we showed with facts, then we can look at maybe putting him in jail or something. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you do the next part here too? Canada's legal system.
Okay. Okay. Canada's legal system is based on harting that includes the rule of law, freedom under the law, democratic principles, and due process. Due process is the principle that the government must respect all the legal right person is inte- in, entitled enti-
Entitled.
entitled is entitled and to under the law.
Yeah, good. Okay, so this part says our legal system. So the legal system is our laws.
Okay.
Yeah, our laws. So that meant on a heritage, that means these are the things that we have for many years believed that we follow the rule of law. So we have laws. We can't just make things up and say you're doing something wrong. We have written down laws. Everybody has freedom under the law. You're free to live in Canada, and you, as long as you don't break the laws, but you're free to live in Canada. And then democratic principles and due process. So democratic principles means we elect people and they write the laws. Yeah, so we elect people, members of parliament, remember MPs, and then they write laws for us. And then due process is everybody, they have to prove that you're guilty. Everybody is innocent until they prove that you're guilty. And due process means that the government, everybody has a legal right. Everybody in Canada has a legal right. That means we have rights, and the government can't just do whatever they want. So that's what due process means. If they said you do, if the government says you've done something wrong, they have to prove it. Everybody has a right to be, everybody has a right to be viewed as innocent. Yeah. So those are kind of big words, but they're not that difficult to understand, I think. Yeah, okay. So let's try some, is that okay, Bashar? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
It's okay? Okay. Okay, let's go down a little bit here. And this is a picture. Do you see this picture here? This woman, and she's holding a scale,
Yeah.
a balance, right? So it's
Yeah.
one side weighs the same as the other side, and she's blindfolded. So that means she only listens to the facts. That's what it means. Justice. That's what it means. Justice is blind. That means it doesn't matter who you are. It just, they only listen to the facts. That's what it's supposed to mean.
Okay.
Okay, good. And then let's see, Majuma, could you take your mute off, please? And then maybe we could do the bottom. You could read this part here.
Yeah.
Can you do this part, please? Canada is governed.
Canada is governed by the original system of the laws. These laws are the waiting role in entailed to guide people in our society. Every day I forget that one. Society that they are made by elected representative. The courts disputes and the police enforce the laws in the law.
Yeah, and then go up here. It says the law, and then go up here too.
In Canada, in Canada, appeals to everyone, included justice, politicians in the police. Our laws are intelligent to province, another the another, so I don't know the one.
So society.
Society,
Yeah.
society in the principle
Peaceful.
principle way the still express and the stress in volume and the balance
Really close. Try again. What word is that? What is that? Belief.
Believe
Yeah.
believe of Canada
Yeah,
Canadians.
very good. Yeah, those are difficult words. So let me
Yeah.
read this again. Let me read this again, and then we'll talk about the ideas. So this says Canada, we'll start over here. Canada is governed by an organized system of laws. These laws are the written rules intended to guide people in our society.
Society.
They are made by elected representatives. Courts settle disputes, and the police enforce the laws. The law in Canada applies to everyone, including judges, politicians, and the police. Our laws are intended to provide order in society and a peaceful way to settle disputes and express the values and beliefs of Canadians. Okay, so let's look at the ideas here. In Canada, everybody must follow the law. That's how we keep it peaceful in Canada. So that's what it means. We're governed by an organized system of laws. Yeah. So we have many laws and everybody must follow them. They are written rules. They're written down and they're rules to help people know how to live in. So if everybody knows how to live in Canada, there's less problems. And the people that make these laws are the elected representatives. Do you remember they're members of parliament usually? Yeah, members of parliament, MPs. And then if it's provincial, it's members of provincial parliament. So those are the people, we elect them and they write the laws. We follow the laws. And then if there's a problem, the courts, they settle disputes. And that means if there's problems, maybe two people disagree or there's a problem, then the courts settle the disputes and the police enforce the laws. And then it says the police enforce the laws. That means the police make sure that people follow the law. And it says the law in Canada is for everyone. Even the judges, the politicians, like the members of parliament and the police, they all must follow the law. Nobody is above the law. Our laws are intended to provide order in society. So that means society is where we live, just where we live.
Society. So yeah, society where they live.
Yeah, it's like society is where we live and how we work and play together. Yeah, society. So our society here in Kitchener-Waterloo is Kitchener-Waterloo. It's just our society where we live. And so we want to live in a peaceful way. We don't want arguments, we don't want fighting, we don't want problems. And so the laws settle disputes. This part here. That means if there is problems, the laws say, here's the answer to stop those problems. Okay. And they also express the values and beliefs of. So the laws also say what Canadians think are important. And they also think what Canadians believe. Things like multiculturalism, things like that are maybe only in Canada, but that's what the laws show. We think they are. Good. Okay, good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a few questions and then we're going to do some more reading and go on. Okay. So let's do some questions first, and then we'll do some reading and go on. Okay. Bashar, would you like to do this one?
Okay, okay. Let's see. In the Canadian justice system, what is the perception of and what's this word?
That means presumption of innocence. What is the presumption
Innocence.
of innocence? What does that mean?
Everyone is. Let's see. Let's see. Everyone. I think everyone is innocent until proven. What's this word?
Guilty.
Guilty.
Yeah, I think you're right. Very good. So innocent means we think everyone didn't do anything wrong, but they have to prove they did something wrong. Guilty is when you did something wrong.
Yeah.
So that's what the presumption of innocence. We presume everyone didn't do anything wrong until it can be proven that they did something wrong. Yeah, so that's presumption of innocence. Very good. Okay, look here. Okay, and then let's see. I'm going to let Bashar do this one too, and then Majuma,
Okay.
you do the next two. Okay, so this one I'll let Bashar do, and then Majuma, you do the next two. Okay, so Bashar, can you do this one?
Okay. On what is Canada's legal system based? Okay. Rule of law. I think the rules of the law, freedom, and the law, democratic principles under due process.
Very good, very good. Good. Okay. And then Majuma, you get the hard one. Can you take your mute off? You're muted again, Majuma. Could you take your mute off and do this one, please?
And
You get the big one.
the Canadian justice system, what they did process, but
Due process.
due process. Mhm. Number 3. Maybe number 3.
Here, let's think about it. Let's read them together, okay?
Okay.
So number 1 says the principle that the government must respect all legal rights a person is entitled to.
Under, okay.
So number 2 says the government must respect only some of the rights a person is entitled to. Number 3 says the government must complete a particular judicial process before convicting anybody. And number 4 says the principle that the government has its own process with dealing with criminals. So due process, let's think about that.
On process, due process.
Due process, what is due process? So it's not number 3, not number 3, due process. This is kind of important.
Number 2.
So that means the government says people only have some rights.
Mm-hmm.
So number one says the government must say that people have respect all of their legal rights, all the
Okay.
rights of First
Maybe
Amendment.
number one.
Yeah, maybe number one. Let's see. I think you're right.
Most respect of the
Yeah, because that's a little difficult. That's good, very good. The principle, the government must respect all the legal rights. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So we don't want the government to only do some of the rights. We want all,
Number
so the
one.
people are protected. Okay, and you do this next one too, please.
In Canada, how are their law ministers
Minister.
minister in forest? Nobody. Number one.
Very good. I think you're right. Very good. Impartial. You know what that
Yeah,
word means?
impartial.
Do you remember that word? What that word impartial means? So
I don't know.
do you remember? Well, I'll tell you what it means. It means you don't you don't decide thinking, oh, I like that person or I don't like that person.
Oh,
That doesn't mean anything. All it
yeah.
means is you just go to the
Some
fact.
people jealous.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe you're jealous, or maybe you just
Yeah.
maybe you have your, whatever. But that doesn't mean anything. Only the facts. Only the facts. Very good.
Okay.
Very good. Okay. Yeah, these are kind of hard. Okay, we'll get Bashar to do the next ones. Let's see here.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Canada, what is the definition of law?
Yeah. What is the definition of the law?
Definition of the law. Rule law. I think the written rules indeed to guide people in our security.
Yeah. Written rules intended to guide people in our society. Yeah.
Right.
Very good. Yeah. So we can all live together without any problems. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll get you to do the next one too. We each do
Okay.
two.
Okay. In Canada, how are the rules made? By the Queen, by election. I think by elected president.
Yeah, this is always this.
Representative.
Yeah, let's do again. Let's do this word. Very good. You almost got it. That's a difficult word. Everybody has trouble with that word.
Representative.
Representatives. Representatives. Can you try it again?
Yeah. Representative.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, they're made by our elected representatives, like the members of parliament or members of provincial parliament. Yeah, very good. Very good. Okay, and then Majuma, can you do this one, please?
Yeah, in Canada, who is about the law? The people.
Yeah.
The people, the prime minister, the queen, nobody. Nobody?
Yeah. Nobody is above the law. That means the laws are for everyone, no matter if you're.
Everyone have right.
Everybody has to follow the laws. Everybody. Yeah. That's right. Very good. Okay, and then can you do this one too, Majuma, please?
In Canada, to wish following
category.
What is it, teacher?
Category.
Category. Do the law not apply?
Yeah. Do you understand the question, Majuma?
No above. Okay. No one. None above the. No of the above.
Yeah. So it's saying in Canada, does anybody not have to follow the laws? No,
know
everybody,
about
not
that.
everybody.
I don't understand, teacher. Kaluguri. Kaluguri, I don't know that one.
Oh, category.
Yeah.
Category just is a when you have like a type of person or a type or a category just means like a group. A group. Is that okay?
Maybe look like community group.
Yeah, like a group, a category.
Okay.
It's just a name for
Yeah.
yeah. So judges, politicians, police, they all have to follow the law.
Different group, different.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's try another one.
Wake up.
And then Bashar, can you do this? That was 2, right? Yeah. Okay, Bashar,
Okay.
can you?
Which of the following is not objective of the laws in Canada? Prevent order and I think put more people in jail.
Yeah, that would be bad, wouldn't it? If it was true. Yeah, that's true. We don't want to put more people in jail. Hey, let's put more people in jail. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's not an objective clause in Canada. Very good. Okay, can you do the next one too? Oh, this
Okay.
now we have to do some more reading. Okay. before we
Okay.
go on.
Okay.
And then so I'm going to go back. We'll start. Have to do some more reading. Good. So you did like 9 questions and you got them all right. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So now we have to go to page 37. So just turn to page 37 and I'll go bring it up here. Page 37 for everybody. Okay, just a second. Let me line this up properly. Okay, there we go. Hello, Mohammed. How are you?
Hello, Brian. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Do you have your book, Mohammed?
Yes, I have my book.
Are you on page? We're on page 37.
Okay, 1 second, please.
Okay. Talking about the justice system and laws and. So now I'm just gonna get you to read where it says on page 37, this part where it says courts. Courts.
Court?
Yeah, the part where it says courts. Can you do that part, please?
Yes. The Supreme Court of Canada is our country's highest court. The Federal Court of Canada deals with matters concerning
Yeah.
the federal government. In most provinces, there is a able country and trial court, sometime called the Court of Queen's Bench or the Supreme Court. There are also provincial courts for lesser offenses, family courts, traffic courts, and small claims courts for civil cases involving small sums of money.
Very good. Very good. Okay. So the courts. Does everybody know what a court is?
Court,
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
see
What's
the
a
judge.
yeah? Yeah, with the judge, right? They have a
Judge.
judge, and they decide if you're innocent or guilty, right? Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
yeah. So they have to decide if the law has been broken or not, or you're innocent or guilty. So in Canada, the highest court is the Supreme Court. Supreme, that word supreme that means the highest. That word supreme, it means the highest. So if that question comes up, always just remember that word. Like, what is the highest court in Canada? Always just remember that word supreme, because that means the
Mm.
highest. Means the
Supreme.
Okay.
yeah. And so the other part, so this is just the naming all the courts. So I just try to help you to try to remember. So we have the Supreme Court. So you have that court, and then you have this federal court, and that only deals with the federal government. So if the federal government in Ottawa has a problem, or somebody has a problem with the government in Ottawa, they have to go to the federal court. So the way you remember that is federal government, federal court, federal government, court. Those two go together. Always the federal government and federal court go together. So that's how you remember that one. And then in the provinces, they have many different types of courts, but these are some of them. An appeal court. That means is, say you go to a court and the judge says, okay, you're guilty. And you don't like that. You don't think it's true. You can appeal. That means you can ask to have another trial and try again to show that you didn't do what they say you did. Appeal court. And then that's one way. And a trial court, that's, if you break the law, you go to trial. And then so the provinces courts are called the Court of Queen's Bench or the Supreme Court. So those are the two, again, in the provinces, they call the Court of Queen's Bench or Supreme Court in the province too. So there's a Supreme Court in Canada and the Supreme Court in the province. The Supreme Court in Canada is higher than the Supreme Court in the province. Okay, and then there are many other types of courts for things that are, they're bad, but they're not really bad. Things like family courts. That's, if you a husband and wife, if they divorce and they want to say who can have the children, then they go to family court. Traffic court. If you get a speeding ticket, you go to a traffic court driving your car. Or small claims court. If you have a business, maybe say you have a business and you do a job and the person doesn't pay you, then you can take them to small claims court and they will make the person pay. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the kind of thing. So try to remember that Supreme Court for all of Canada, federal court for the federal government, and then Ontario, appeal and trial, Court of Queen's Bench, Supreme Court. And then there's a bunch of courts in provinces, family court, traffic court, small claims court. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to go right to do some questions here because it's hard to remember all these if we don't do them up. Okay, so let's see. Mohammed, would you like to do this one?
Which court is the highest highest one in Canada?
Yeah.
The federal court?
Okay, remember that word? Remember that
no,
one
no,
word?
the number 4, the Supreme.
Yeah,
Court.
Supreme Court. That's the highest. Yeah, very good. Good. And then let's see. Majuma, you're muted. Would you like to do this one? Could you take your mute off and do this one, Majuma, please? There we go. Can you do this one, please?
What does the federal court detail weight matter concerning the federal government matter Number 2.
Okay, so to remember what I said, to think of always think of this word.
Oh, federal.
Yeah, so which one would be only that word? Only that word.
Okay.
Which one is for that word?
Matter considered dependent, nation dependent. Maybe number one.
Yeah, number one. Matters concerning the federal government,
Okay.
only the federal government. Very good. Good. And then, oh, okay, now we're into the police. That's it. That's not many questions of the courts. It's like two questions. Okay, that's fine. Okay,
Okay.
maybe that's easy because some of the court names are difficult. Okay, now we're going to talk about the police. Now, whose chance is it? I think it's Bashar, maybe your chance to read now?
Okay.
Yeah, the police, please.
Okay. The police are there to keep people safe and to uh, infect, infect, enforce the law. You can ask the police for help in all kind of station. If there's been an accident of someone has stealing something from you, if you are a, a victim of
Assault.
assault,
Assault.
soul,
Assault.
okay. So if you see a crime taking place, or if someone you know has gone missing.
Very good. Okay. So let's talk about these, the police. So all the
Okay.
police, there's many different types of police in Canada. Well, let's just talk about the police. So they are there to keep people safe and to make sure people follow the law. Enforce. Enforce means to they have the laws and they make sure people follow the law. That means enforce the law. And so
Okay.
this says you can call the police for help in many different things for many different reasons. If you have an accident, maybe you're driving, you have an accident. If someone steals something from you, if you're a victim of assault, assault means somebody has hit you or hurt you. That's what assault means. So maybe you're in a fight or somebody hurt you, then that's assault. If you see a crime, so maybe you see somebody stealing something, stealing a car, then you can call the police. Or if someone, maybe someone is missing, maybe you know somebody and they're not, you don't know where they are, the police will help. So these are just talking about just the different types of reasons to call the police. Yeah. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Mohammed to read this part, and then I'm going to get Mujuma to read. Oh, what just happened? Just a second.
Okay.
Can you see the screen okay? My screen's gone blank. Just a second, please.
No, I have the book.
Okay. Okay. Can you see, Bashar? Can you see the screen?
Let's see. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Just one second, guys. My screen's gone blank. I just gotta.
Okay.
Just
Yes.
We can see, yes, it's clear.
Okay. This has never happened before. Okay, just one second. I don't know why it's gone blank. Okay, if I leave and come back, I'll be back. Okay, but I just want to see if I can correct this first. Okay. I can't see you guys. I can't see my screen. Okay, there we go. Good. Ooh, that was good. Okay. Can you guys still there? Good. Everybody
Yeah.
still here? Okay. Good.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see, Mohammed, could you please read these part where it says there are different types of police in Canada?
Okay. There are different types of police in Canada. There are provincial police forces in Ontario and Quebec. and municipal police departments in all provinces. The Royal Canada Mounted Police RCMP enforce federal laws throughout Canada and serve as the provincial police in all provinces and territories except Ontario and Quebec, as well as in some municipalities. Remember, the police are there to police are there to help you.
Yeah, very good, very good, very good. In some countries in the world, people are afraid of the police. But in
Yeah.
Canada, you should never, ever, ever be afraid of the police. They're always there to help you.
Yep.
Some of my relatives are police, and they're always trying to help people. So they're very good people. So that's what it's trying to say. So these are the different types of police in Canada. So provincial police. So says the different types of police, provincial police forces in Ontario and Quebec. So we have a provincial police force called the OPP. That stands for the Ontario.
Yeah.
You know them? Yeah, sometimes you
Yeah,
see.
it's for highway, I think.
Yeah, sometimes.
Or like
Yeah, you'll
there's
see them.
always in the highway.
You see them on the highway a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
In some parts of like the small towns and things like that, you'll see the OPP. Yeah. So we don't see them around like well, we'll get into this in a minute. So that's the OPP, and then the Quebec have their own provincial police force. Those are the only two provinces. Those are the biggest provinces. All the other provinces, they use the RCMP. So we have our own provincial police, but all the other provinces, they use the RCMP as their larger police group to look after things. And so the RCMP, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, they're all over Canada, and they serve as provincial police in all provinces and territories except Ontario and Quebec. So they're all over Canada, and they're also the provincial police in all the provinces and territories except Ontario and Quebec. And they're also in some places they serve in municipalities. So a municipality is like, for example, Kitchener and Waterloo and Cambridge. We have our own police here. We have we have the Regional Waterloo Police. Yeah. So we have our own police, and Toronto has its own police force. The bigger cities like together, Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, we're a pretty big city. But the small towns, they don't have their own police. Yeah, they use the OPP, and in the small towns in the west of Canada, they use the Mounties, the RCMP. So those are try to remember the different names, because that's what they're looking for here. They're looking that Ontario and Quebec have our own provincial police forces. That would probably be a question. RCMP, try to remember what that stands for. Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Mounted means they used to ride horses. That's why they say mounted. Try to remember that. Royal Canadian. Yeah. Okay, good. So those are the different types of police. And then let's see, Majuma, you're muted right now. So if you could take your mute off, I'll get you to read this part here, please. Majuma. Is that okay, Majuma, if you take your mute off? Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. Could you read this part, please, Majuma?
You can you a little bit down, please? I think.
Yeah. Just a minute. Like that?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, is that better? Okay.
You can also question the police about their service of concert
Conduct.
conduct. If you fail, you need to almost all the police force in Canada have a process by which you can bring you consular
Yeah, good. Concerns.
insurance to the police and action.
And seek action. Yeah, very good.
She action.
Yeah, very good. So what this is saying is, if you think the police did something wrong,
Yeah.
you can question it. Yeah, so if you say, maybe you see the police do something wrong, or maybe they didn't treat you well, or there's a problem, you can talk about it. You can talk to the the police force and tell them. So you don't have to you don't have to accept bad work from the police. They have to do a good job, and you can question their conduct.
Yeah, some people good, some people not good, then
Yeah, sometimes you have
Yeah.
not usually, but sometimes you'll have a police,
yeah,
maybe not a good police, and then they should be fired, if they're not a good police.
sometimes angry police.
Yeah, sometimes they are. You see that on the news sometimes. Yeah, very good. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to read the last little bit here. So we talked about the courts, we talked about the police, and now this is legal help.
Okay.
I'll just read this part here. Getting legal help. Lawyers can help you with legal problems and act for you in court. You cannot pay for a lawyer. In most communities, there are legal aid services available free of charge or at a low. So the lawyers are the people that go and help you when you have to go to court, and they're usually expensive. So in almost every in this area where we live, if you can't afford a lawyer, if they're too expensive, go to this thing called legal aid, and they will help you. They will help you. They will give you a lawyer.
Lawyer money expensive.
Yeah, lawyers are expensive, and it's not a good idea. You probably won't have to go to court, but if you ever have to go to court, it's not a good idea to go to court by yourself.
Yeah, not good.
No, it's usually because you don't know as much as the lawyer does, and usually the lawyer will help you.
Yeah, lawyer money, more money.
Yeah, lawyers are expensive, but you can the communities like ours, they will help you.
They pay, yeah.
They'll pay for the lawyer. Yeah, they'll pay for the lawyer. Okay, so let's try some questions here. I think we got all the things now. Okay, so let's see, Majuma, would you like to do this one, please?
In Canada, the police are there to help you. Yeah, true.
That's true. Very good. Good. And then Mohammed, would you like to do this one, please?
Okay, what's the rule of the police in Canada? There is
Keep people safe.
this curse. Keep people safe and enforce the law. Number 3.
Yeah. Keep
very good.
people safe.
Keep people safe and enforce the law. Good. Oh, just a second. Good. And then what's this one for Bashar?
Okay. In which of the following station can you not ask the police for help? There.
Number 2, maybe. Someone has
Someone has stolen. In which of the following states can you not ask police for help?
Water.
Let's see.
Number 4.
Number 1.
Number 4, your water pipes are leaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't help. You need a plumber, not a police. Yeah, very good. Okay, and then Majuma, can you do this one?
Yeah. What does RCMP stand for? Royal Canadian Mountain Police. Royal Canadian Mountain Police, military. Research Canadian Mountain Police. I don't know.
Number 1, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Number 1? Yeah, very good. Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Always remember mounted because they used to ride horses.
Mountain.
Yeah, they call them the Mounties. The Mounties. Mounted. Good. Okay, and then for Mohammed, please.
Which of the following is not a responsibility of the RCMP in Canada?
Service has the
Enforce
professional
federal
professional
laws
province
throughout
and territories,
Canada.
except Ontario and Quebec.
I think number 1.
No.
Safe.
Is not the responsibility of the RCMP in Canada.
Oh,
Let's try. Okay, let's try.
wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I know I
Wait a
don't.
minute.
I just
Number
want to make.
3.
I'm not going to tell you the answer. I just wanted to make sure you understand.
Number 3.
Because I read it this one.
Okay, take your time.
Throughout Canada.
Service has the provincial police in all province in the territories except Ontario and Quebec.
In Canada. And
3.
number 3, I think.
Okay,
Except Ontario and Quebec.
so they don't serve as provincial police. Is that what you're saying?
They do.
Okay, well this says what is not a responsibility. Not. So they do serve as provincial police in all.
Last one. It's number 4. Small cities or small.
So they serve as the provincial police in
Some.
Okay, so let's just think. Do you remember what I said? What type of cities have their own police force in Canada?
The wish of the following is not a responsibility of the RCMP in Canada.
So do you remember which? Remember I said what type of cities have their own police? Remember? Like the big ones or little ones?
Little ones.
No, which ones have their own police? Big cities have their own police or little cities have little ones?
Big cities.
Yeah, big cities. So what's another word for big?
Huge.
That's another word for big. It's in this question here. The answer is
in Canada.
The answer is in the question. The word I'm looking for is right before the word cities in the answer. That's what I'm looking for.
So number 2.
Yeah, number 2. Yeah, serve as I think this is right. Serve as municipal police force in all major cities. They're not the police force in Toronto or here or like Calgary and places like that. We all have our own, like Montreal, things like that. Yeah, very good. Okay, now this one is for Bashar, I think.
Okay. In which province Yes. Does the RCMP in not service serve as the provincial police? Okay. I think Ontario and Quebec.
Oh, very good. Good. And then Majuma, can you do this one? This is, you're muted too, Majuma. If you could take your mute off and then we do this question, Majuma, please. There we go.
In Canada, you can question the police about their service or concert if you feel the need. False.
Okay, so in Canada, if you don't like what if you think the police did something wrong, can you
Oh
question?
yeah, true.
Yeah, you have to be able to question them because they're
Yeah,
only
question.
they're human.
Everybody have question. Everybody problem. Everybody have question.
Yeah. So if they have a problem with
I see on YouTube, a woman was following the police car,
yeah.
and he was the officer. He was speeding. His speed 60 on the road was 40, and she tell him.
Oh, she yeah,
Yeah.
people like to do that now.
Because
No.
police follow the everybody, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Give you a ticket.
Yeah, you can question the police in Canada, no
Yeah.
problem. Okay, and then this one is for Mohammed.
If you can't pay for a lawyer, how can you get the legal help? Apply for finance and with the court, borrow money from the government, get to the police, get to lake and service available in most communities. Number 4.
Yeah, that's number 4. Very good. And then can you do this one, please, Bashar?
Okay. What does the Canadian justice system agreement
Guarantee.
guarantee? Okay, guaranteed.
Piece of Argile.
Due process under the law.
Very good. Good. And I'm going to let Bashar do the last one because this might be his last, because he's finished the book with this one.
Yeah.
So you do this one.
Which one of the following is not provincial court? Which of a small court, a small claim court.
No, that is a provincial court.
Provincial. Okay.
Provincial. I'll give you a hint.
High court.
Yeah. I think it's the High Court.
High court.
I think the provincial. Yeah, there.
High court. Yeah.
Good.